Hi, Gemini. How are you? Good to see you. Wonderful to be back. I've pre-shuffled the decks and we're going to jump right in. All the links about me, to my website are below. We are sailing through this beautiful Pisces full moon today and tomorrow, 13, 14, depending on where you are. Please look at all this astrology. Visit Pamela Gregory and Molly McCord or anyone that you vibrate with. We are all being activated. We are jumping timelines. I am going to put some links above the video, those little eye in the sky things. One will be the link to my website, which is also below, and one will be a link to a special video I did about the Pisces full moon. Very important. In my humble opinion, go watch it, please. Something momentous is happening upon the planet and in the cosmos and in the galactic center. A massive shift and change, and we can see it in the cards that exist. My guides are saying they've really been leading the readings. Cards have been like pulled out of my hands and thrown on the table. It's been a fun adventure this week. So for you, beautiful Gemini, no surprise, as I always say, look at that. In the light of the full moon with your beloved, the dialogue about love, the Two of Cups, pouring your cups into each other, deep discussions about spiritual nature of your love. This is a story about Merlin and his sister. We see Merlin transforming. So there's some healing that's taking place for both of you. That's what the Two of Cups is really about. So a lot of new perspective, a lot of things happening, streaming into you, the water, the light of this full moon in Pisces. It's gorgeous. So this is the theme that my guides want to speak to you about. And we're going to jump in and we're going to look at the oracle cards that describe the energy. Okay, my guide said divination for you about the energy that affects you as a Gemini. Okay, so that's the theme of the reading, which is beautiful in and of itself. And now we've got another water card, the Six of Cups. Look how deep you're going to pull out your partner. Telepathic communication, perhaps somebody from a past life, somebody that you've known before, somebody that brings forward this a feeling of nostalgia, which may be sometimes the first clue that you're with a past life partner, soulmate, quantum partner, my guides call it, twin flame, any word you want to use, fine with me. A foundation. It's beautiful. So that's you. This is the theme, and that's you. So let's take a quick peek into your partner. Your partner is involved in this transmission that's coming through. They're going to have visions and dreams and ideas and feelings and thoughts about the circle of life and all of humanity and how we are connected at the center point. Beautiful. All right. So the journey of love card that I picked for them reflects that. There, look at that. Do you see the moon? Look at the energy that you are standing in together. This is how your partner's feeling. This is what they're experiencing. If you haven't met this person yet, my guides are saying, feel assured that they are available to you if you want to connect with them in this place. So in Celtic Wisdom Tarot, this is a card that talks about a very sacred process that initiates underwent to become knowledge holders. And they would plunge themselves into a hut, which was completely dark. They would lie on the grass to open their third eye, put a stone upon their chest to help them stay awake, and just vision. And they would stay in there for 24 hours to collect whatever visions the universe had for them. So I think these two things are connected. You may see psychically your loved one. You may begin the process of drawing them forward in your direction. So full moons, and this is a super moon, affect us for 6 months. So if you're single and you're wishing for a partner, find them this way, my guide's saying, because they're available in that way. It's incredibly beautiful. And the animal medicine card that came out for that person is turkey. Blessings, giving of themselves, bounty, sustenance, all kinds of beautiful ideas like that. Okay, it's quite lovely. And for you, look, Gemini, the Rainmaker. Look how beautiful and exalted that's how you're feeling. Okay, that's the shamanic energy that you're carrying. initiated by this beautiful full moon, the Rainmaker, bringing forward the abundance, the communal dance, the circle of life. So this is a very, very, very shamanic moment for you, for all of humanity. And let's just check the book, okay? I want to make sure that the words that are meant to reach you come forward. And we'll put the shamanic cards together in the center. Let's just check, and then we're going to jump deeper into your reading, okay? And while we're sort of looking at these aspects, the Journey of Love card that is talking about see this? Your aspect, your state of being, sensual awakening. And so we're talking about psychic awakening. All of the senses, including the sixth sense and beyond, my guides are saying. That's the energy. That's how deep you're going when you sail through this moon. It's just astoundingly beautiful, isn't it? All right, so let's check in. I'm going to push that back a little. Let's check in, okay, about the Rainmaker, and then we'll talk about moose for a moment, and we'll dive into the reading. So the Rainmaker is number 42, which adds up to a 6. Thank you, Spirit. The Rainmaker is the master of manifestation. Thank you, Spirit. Who can call on the elements of nature to serve the greater good when the power to co-create, thank you, Spirit, is used with integrity, great beauty and benefit flow to all. When this power is used for personal gain only, everyone suffers. When the earth is parched, the Rainmaker calls the waters from the heavens, and all that is dormant in the fields and in the people's hearts springs to life again. So the Rainmaker is calling you to create something new from the elements that are already in your life. Be sure you work with what is and not with what might be or what could have been. The seeds that have been silently germinating in your heart will burst forth, ready for the sunlight. Do not hold back in these moments. Put all your chips on the next roll of the divine dice. So in that Pisces reading, the full moon reading that I was referencing, there's an explanation about so many things, but it does have to do with seeds. It has to do with flowers blossoming in a spiritual way here on the planet. So let's see, moose. It's about power, of course, and it's about the call during mating season. So whether you're with someone or not, stand in this energy, be passionate, call out to your mate the way that the Rainmaker does, the way that this person is doing for the sensual awakening. And it's powerful mating, right? Not just mating, powerful mating to bring forward creation because the time is now. I love that. It's perfect. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so we'll stand that up right there, maybe. I always have a challenge getting all these things on the table. Let's see if we can get it to stand up. There we go. Okay, so let's jump in. Let's see what's going on. And we're going to develop a line of cards for your partner. And we're going to pull some runes at the end of the reading, okay? Yeah, look. I'm just going to put it down. See that? Look. Okay, so that goes there, and this goes here. So there you go. If you're new to my readings, welcome. If you're a cross-watcher, welcome. These are very sacred cards. They speak to spiritual development within a relationship. All right, so there's you going through the portal. Do you see? Going through the portal. I have to cover that up or YouTube gets mad at me. So going through the portal, this is the new moon. It's a shamanic journey. Someone being carried. The Celtic peoples apparently believed that the head resided in the soul rather resided in the head. So you're being carried across the portal at this time. All of us, all of humanity, very deep travel. Okay, so there you are, joining hands with the collective, but also joining hands with your new partner. 3 of Wands, something new, your ship coming in. You're standing looking over the water, and you're in the full light of the sun. Look at that lion-hearted love. Do you see the cups? It's new. They are in a process of discovery. They don't know what's coming forward, but they know they are supremely bonded. How beautiful, Gemini. You're literally going to be able to call your lover forward from the spiritual realm if you have not. And when that happens, you drop to your knees and give thanks. Look at all the light, a lot of fire energy. So you might be engaging with a fire sign, and what's better than air and fire? Seriously, you ignite each other. So male energy transforming could be, one part of you, one part of your partner. This can go vice versa, of course, and don't get stuck on gender. I hope everyone who watches tarot reading knows that at this point. So this is the Three of Pentacles: knowledge, wisdom, abundance. So in this deck, it's earth-based knowledge. And in the standard tarot, you see this young man standing in a temple. And he's literally working to build the temple. And the heavens, my guides are saying, the heavens shows up, the angels, the guides, the benefactors, and you come into this new commitment, courtship. All right, so this is courtship of skill, Three of Wands, where you take the first step forward and you stand on the shore and you wait for your ship to come because you know it's coming. And there we go, Three of Pentacles. You fall to your knees in that moment and you give thanks. And you join together with the spirit guides, and it does bring transformation. You see the hair turning blue, but look at all the passion, the light of the heavens coming through. And easily we could say, when your true love shows up. All right. So check it out. That's the bridge card that ties your human existence to the spiritual realm in your life. Your soul circuit, your heart, mind chakra, my guides call it. That's the queen of art. She sits in the triple spiral: birth, life, death, decay, regeneration, birth, the cycle. Right? Sitting there again, you see all the fire energy, all the depiction of light and fire. It's beautiful. That is the Queen of Cups. And that's the transition card. Do you see how she's looking at this person who's calling their loved one forward? Look what's happening. This is really gorgeous. Okay, so let's pull some more cards. Spirit, what do we got? They want me to check the top. Hang on one sec. I'm just checking with my guides. Yeah, they're telling me to shuffle. So that was an indication of perhaps some challenges along the way. They're saying, of course, everyone experiences that, but for you, this is not relevant in this moment. Okay. Hang on. Yeah, they want the split. All right, so we go through this cycle and you come to this new place. You might not feel ready. It might freak you out. Do you see destiny turning again? So there's a new road opening up. You are holding your wand, your magic wand, your scepter of knowledge. Okay. Dialogue of knowledge. It's quite lovely. It's about a young man who unexpectedly had to travel home. He was part of a sacred lineage. His father was a wisdom holder. He had to figure out how to step into his dad's shoes. He was the next in line, and it freaked him out. He wasn't ready. He put on this fake beard. He wanted to seem, older and wiser because he was terrified. So when this comes forward, you may feel it might just throw you off balance because of the shock of it. So the wisdom holder comes and says, okay, let's have a dialogue about the knowledge that you've taken up, etc., etc. And finally, this young man said, you know what? I can't do this. I'm not ready. You come sit in the chair. I'll be your student. Okay. The elder went and sat in the chair, held on to the scepter, my guides are saying, and looked at this young man and said, okay, my first act, so to speak, is to reinstall you to the chair because you are ready. You've shown yourself to be filled with humility, earnestness. Those are the pieces of knowledge that you have to have within you in order to wield the chair and the scepter. Of course you're going to learn. I'm going to be here to help you. No worries. Come and sit in your place, young man. It's a beautiful story. I'm getting a little choked up. I've been crying. I've been bursting into tears for these readings because they've been so beautiful and so deep. And Gemini, I always know when I set to do your reading, this is what's going to happen. So, Two of Pentacles. All right. Look at that. the balancer. So you have no worries. Major arcana. Okay? It's justice. It's perfect. Do you see how this beautiful woman has been split open down the central meridian and resewn? You're going to be wielding a lot of power, a lot of energy. It's going to come to you, and you're going to be perfectly balanced because you're going to go through the shift and change that you need to with the assistance of the universe. I love this card. This is actually about this goddess, Elena or Elena, and she was known as the patron goddess of seafaring vessels, sailors, and she would literally help them find their way. So a double message of confirmation about that. And here too, sort of all this balance coming forward. It's gonna be intense, but it's gonna be okay. Look. So that is Semius, the sacred poet, singing and chanting upon the sacred cauldron. That's the Ace of Cups. Gemini, don't have any doubt. So in this deck, aces are prophecies. It's about the beginning of happiness. All the things that the Ace of Cups indicates. Okay, bounty, in love, balance, your true love coming forward, and also being in possession of spiritual love and spiritual knowledge and wisdom. So my guides are just sort of repeating. Go look at that Pisces full moon reading so that you can understand this. And this is why. Because this is about a warrior who had stamina for a long journey. He too traveled across the waters. It's a revelation card. It is the 9 of Pentacles. And when you reach that station, you have had a long journey. The elk signifies having the stamina for the long journey. It's about someone who had many incarnations inside a single lifetime. So we know, I know, Gemini, the way you've been experiencing and learning and growing and transforming since just the short 3 years that I've been here on YouTube. So interestingly enough, we have this Pisces full moon. This is a story about this man who shapeshifted inside a lifetime that was like 1,000 years long. He was a warrior. And in his last incarnation, he shapeshifted into a salmon, the sacred fish of Pisces. You're going to take up an enormous amount of wisdom at this Pisces full moon. Something phenomenal is shifting for all of us. We're stepping across timelines into different dimensions. I think we're beginning the shift from 3D to 4D. Some of us are going from 4D to 5D, and we're going to shift back and forth and back and forth. We're going to learn. We're going to learn into it in new partnership with the divine and with each other. Okay? It's time to be very creative. See the queen there? A lot of learning coming forward. And it's going to be okay because we're going to be able to balance it. We're a partnership with the universe. So he turned into a salmon. He was caught by a fisherman, delivered to the palace, served on a platter to the queen. The queen ate the salmon, and she gave birth. She was impregnated, and she gave birth. So interesting notations about rebirth and the way things come forward. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, look. The Magician. It's literally magic. Literal magic coming forward. I'm going to put this in the middle. My guys want that in the middle. And okay, one more thing. Yeah, look. So there's your lover. Look, the Lover's card. Straight up. Sacred love. Love that you pull forward. Your Queen of Art. Look at this courtship. So this person, and as we see from these oracle cards, this card is known as the Lover of Devotion. And this woman used the clarity and the bounty at her heart. If I could hold on to the card. She had to choose her pathway. So whoever comes forward into your life or whoever is already in your life stands inside this energy within themselves. And they use their heart chakra to make their decisions. So it could be a water sign. Don't know. I want to hear from you. Who's coming through? Look how beautiful. So my guys are saying it's about, yes, decisions in love, but it also is uniquely tied to this communal dance, the circle, the awareness that they have about how things are meant to go forward. Okay, look. Oh, heavens to Betsy. You see what I mean about the way these readings have been? So, look at that. Amazing. Absolutely astounding. So, this person is mirroring you. I'm just going to keep pulling the cards off the top. Okay, look. So, very clearly, some of you are having new love offers, but there's something new coming out of this person's heart as well because you're both shifting and changing. Look. Look at that. What did I say about the Three of Wands? Okay, there it is. Literally mirroring each other. So I think you're traveling in each other's direction, maybe through this, and maybe you're both doing it. There you go. Six of Swords. Your lover is traveling in your direction and or traveling in a new direction in their lives because of the stimulation of this beautiful Pisces full moon that literally changed our destiny. Literally changed our destiny here in this place. And my guides keep talking about all across the galaxy. It's not just here. Look at that. Queen of Cups. Look how beautiful she is, your Queen of Cups. All right, so we're going to pick from the bag of runes for you two. My guides just called you lovebirds. Oh, how sweet is that? Seriously. Okay. So again, don't get stuck on gender. Doesn't matter. We're talking about energy. Let's ask my guides for something from the runes for the two of you. Yeah, the decider of will is the magician. Look at that. Do you see how the Queen of Cups sits there with her hand open? Look at the magician, the decider of will, the male part. Look at the beauty and the mirroring. Gemini, I know you can't be with someone who's not developed. You just don't have it in you. Whoops, pardon me, there goes my phone. Give me a sec, I'll turn that off. My computer answers the phone now, which is very fun. And sometimes, not. I forgot to turn it off. All right, so let's pick from the bag of runes. Spirit, please give us some more encouragement. They're saying they want to give you some encouragement and some wisdom. Yeah, look. Okay, so that is the rune for strength. It discusses manhood and womanhood. It's about having an enormous amount of strength to take up what is meant to happen now. So my guys are saying we could put it there or we could put it here. So let's put that one up there for you, okay? And we'll get one for your partner, and then I'll read to you from the book about these things. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Oh, Gemini. This is the rune for flow. It's about the water element. So I am going to put that here with your lover because they are flowing in your direction. Let's put it right there, okay? And I will grab my book. I treated myself. I actually bought the new set for the Book of Runes. Look how pretty it is. Remember how gray and old and mine was so well used you couldn't even see it anymore. Okay, so the Aurochs, the rune for strength, manhood, womanhood. Let's go there first. All right. So this is the rune. It's called Uruz. Manhood, womanhood, and the wild ox. This is a rune of terminations and new beginnings. Drawing Uruz indicates that the life that you've been living has outgrown its form. That form must die so that new energy can be released in a new form. So see the death card, you see the cycle that's happening. It's really beautifully illustrated here. Thank you, Spirit. This is a rune of passage. Look at that. Passage. And as such, it is part of the cycle of initiation. Positive growth and change may involve a descent into darkness, a death cycle, and we see it. Sorry, I lost my place. Hang on. So it's that portion of your journey is part of the cycle of perpetual renewal, so do not fear it. As in nature, this progression consists of 5 aspects. Remember what I said about this? I'm just going to literally read it to you. Death, decay, fertilization, gestation, and rebirth. Events occurring now may well prompt you to undergo a death within yourself. Since self-change is never coerced, we are always free to resist. So remain mindful that the new life is always greater than the old. Prepare then for opportunity disguised as loss. It could involve a loss of someone or something to which you have an intense emotional bond. And that may be yourself, okay, gang? You may undergo such a transformation that you're just not the way you used to be because so much spiritual knowledge is being, my guides are saying they're spinning it out and it's just flowing into us. It's just what's happening because it's time. And I think that's what's being referenced here. So don't get nervous. And if because you change, you have to let something go, it's okay. So we see all these aspects of death and rebirth. I believe it's on a spiritual basis, okay? So then, of course, you have to give up aspects of yourself, your thinking, your behavior, etc. So this could involve the loss of someone or something to which you have an intense emotional bond and through which you've been living part of your life. And this part of your life must now be retrieved so that you can live it out for yourself. In some way, that bond is being severed. A relationship is radically changed. A way of life is coming to an end. Seek among the ashes of those things and discover a new perspective and a new strength. The ancient symbol for Urus was the aurochs, a wild ox. And when the wild ox was domesticated, an immensely difficult task, it could transport heavy loads. Learn to adapt yourself to the challenges and the demands of such a creative time. Firm principles attached to this room. At the same time, humility is called for, since in order to rule, you must learn how to serve. And Urus puts you on notice that your soul and the universe support this new growth. Gorgeous. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so let's take this look at this rune for flow. Let me just give me a minute to find the page. It's beautiful. You're going to love it. It is all about the water element. So this is Laguz. It is about flow and water and that which conducts. And in these moments, it's you and your partner, clearly. Unseen powers are active now. Powers that nourish, shape, connect. Do you see how your partner's flowing? Look. Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. So the attributes of this rune are water, fluidity, the ebb and flow of emotions, careers, and relationships. Laguz encourages you to immerse yourself in the experience of living without having to evaluate or understand. It speaks to the satisfaction of emotional needs, to the awakening of the intuitive or lunar side of your nature. Gorgeous. For while the sun strives for differentiation, the moon draws us toward union. Ooh, now I'm getting choked up. Thank you, Spirit. My gosh. So the moon draws us toward union and merging. Look. Goodness gracious. This rune often signals a time for cleansing, for deep revaluing, reorganizing, realigning. A rune of deep knowing, it may call you to study spiritual matters. Look at this. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. These readings this week have been astounding. So you're studying spiritual matters. Ooh, I almost said marriage. I like that. Thank you, Spirit. In readiness for self-transformation. Success now lies in contacting your intuitive wisdom and attuning to your own rhythm. So you see all the ways you're both doing it. This is a rune of the self, rightly relating to the self. And it signifies, okay, wait for it, what alchemists call conjunctio, or sacred marriage. So that was my spirit guides. They're just pushing, they are literally taking over the cards and my tongue all week long. Thank you, Spirit. They knew what was coming, so they're just yanking my chain. In fairy tales, it is the end where the hero and the heroine live happily ever after. And that's it. Gemini, thanks so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. Give me a hug by clicking the like button. Take a moment right now. So at the end of the video, I'm requesting, my spirit guides are requesting that you go and watch that gorgeous um, reading about the Pisces full moon. It's about a massive shift and change, and I give a little information about a huge download that I had and some startling vision that came forward from one of my quantum partners in Norway, where I'm going next spring. So check it out. Know where we're going, my guides are saying. And, hugs and love to you as always, Gemini. Thank you for being here, you starseed children. I look forward to chatting with you again next week.